How y'all doing? This Rock B with another video. Now check this out. This is a story about how I got connected with Dallas and Texas, and especially South Dallas, man, Oak Cliff, man, Grand Avenue, stand up, man, Oklahoma Ave, Pennsylvania Ave, Holmes Ave, Lamar and Griffith, all that area, man. Stand up, all y'all over there, man. But this is my story, how I got hooked up with Dallas, Texas. I've always been knowing about Dallas, Texas. I'm from Texoma land. Well, I was born in Armour, Oklahoma, which is the border of Dallas, which is the border of, that area is the border of Texas. That's today we call it Texoma land. So we're probably about 90 miles, at give or take, away from Dallas, Texas, about an hour, hour and a half away from Dallas, Texas. So, when, a lot of time in the town I was living in, which is Armour, Oklahoma, a little small town, when people want to go do some real partying, shopping, either they go to Oklahoma City, which is one way, more up north, or they go more down south, which is Dallas, Texas. And it's about the same distance, both areas. But a lot of people like to go to Dallas, Texas, because Texas is a whole different get down. The Texas boy, them Texas boys, them Texas girls, man. Just, man, Texas is Texas, man. If you know, you know. And well, so I beat my homicide case, back in 88, 89, I beat a homicide case. And when I got outside, when I got out of jail, and I did about a year in jail, when I got out, um, um, I wanted to change. I wanted to change because, everything was kind of shaky, but got a homicide case. You motherfuckers is, you don't know who is gonna want to do something to you. You don't know who you done made mad and all this old shit. And I'm not the type, just like fuck everybody. Like, I did it because I had to, because it was one of those situations. But still, you know what I'm saying, my compassion for humankind. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to hurt nobody. It just, one of those things happened, man. So I really didn't want to sell my face around people and shit like that. And a lot of my friends that I had before the homicide case with my friends, it was a whole different situation from me in Modesto, so I had to move away. That part. So I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. My mother said, come to Tulsa, Oklahoma. You need to come out here. You're never out here. You've been in California for a while. You know what I'm saying? Come to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I'll go to Tulsa. So I go to Tulsa, and to make a long story short, shit kind of went bad in Tulsa because, I go to make a change. I started joining the YMCA. Now I'm looking for a job. My brother down there. My mom got this house, and, she's kind of living kind of a little rough, but not too rough. She's all right, and my sister's staying with her. And I think my sister's staying with her. So one day I come home, and my baby mother's there. And me and my baby mother wasn't together. So it was like, make a long story short on that, my mind went off on me, said, you can leave, you know what I'm saying, all this old shit, like, what the hell? And so, but I got family in southern Oklahoma, which is, the town I'm talking about is Ardmore, Oklahoma. And so I called my auntie, she said, come on down. So I go down to Ardmore, Oklahoma. I'm kind of broke, indigent, and it's hard to find jobs. And my mind is just different because I'm just out here. And so I called my Mexican homegirl, and I ain't gonna say her name. She out there, she married, so I ain't gonna put her out there like that. So I called my Mexican homegirl. I said, man, I need a favor. Won't you send me some money out here? Well, before I called my Mexican homegirl, I connected with my young partner. I ain't gonna put his name out there to dirty his name up. The people who know me know who I was hanging with. I connected with my young partner. My partner say he knows this girl in Dallas, Texas, know where to get some work at in Texas. And so they got this place in Texas where they sell these nickels or something, or dimes or something. And we can come back to Oklahoma and sell them for devil. They call them South Dallas dimes, right? They were just nickels. You can go buy a hell of nickels and come down there and sell them. Come to Oklahoma, back to Ardmore, sell them for a dime, or buy dimes and go back to Oklahoma, sell them for a nickel. It was one of those type of just situations and shit. So I didn't have too much money, but I had a few female friends and shit, a couple of favors out there, you know what I'm saying, I needed. And so I called, one of my female friends, and I say, look, man, won't you send me, a couple of dollars out here so I can get this sack, you know what I'm saying? So she sent me about $500. Me and my boy, we went to Dallas, Texas and shit. Got off on Lamar and Griffith, go to these projects, right? Now he's telling me, about this girl named Ann that she got the dope. Now he's kind of nervous of her. He said, man, everybody's kind of scared of her and shit, you know, and nobody really, you know, no one in the army really want to go down there because they scared to go over there because she got these niggas over there, you know what I'm saying? And they looking grimy and all this old shit and all this old shit. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of warns me a little bit. So I'm kind of trying to, I don't know what to expect because I've really never been to Dallas, you know. Like I said, I've heard of Dallas. I'm from Arm, Oklahoma. I heard of, you know, K104, you know, Dr. Rock, Shay, you know. And, you know, I know about Dallas, you know, but I don't know about Dallas. A lot of my family are from Dallas and, you know, they tell me about the Dallas stores. They always come down looking different, you know, Texas, Dallas, different, you know, they got their own little swag, haircuts and all the gold in their mouth. But anyway, so we pull off on Lamar and Griffith. We get off and I think they stay off Grand Avenue. And little apartments off Grand Avenue, little apartment complex. And it's only one side, little apartment upstairs and downstairs. I mean, up level and bottom tier apartments and shit. So I get over there, you know, we pull up, man. We pull up right in front of the apartments. They got a whole bunch of look like little kids, man. I mean, you know, the youngest couldn't have been no younger than fucking 9. Serious business. Older couldn't have been older than 12 or 13. And all these niggas have big ass motherfucking choppers. Tech 9s and shit, right? Guns and shit. Like, I'm like, oh shit. So, you know, we driving, he driving, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck? We pull in, you know what I'm saying? And they check us out, you know what I'm saying? Dude said we come to see Ann. And they went in, talked to Ann, and somebody peeked out, you know what I'm saying? They ushered on in with the guns and shit. I'm like, oh shit, these kids, right? So we get up inside Ann's house and shit, and it's just this beautiful dark chocolate, you know what I'm saying? It's like real dark chocolate, beautiful ass black girl, but she got a Jerry curl, and she got like this blonde shit in the front, and she got like, I don't know if she had 1 gold teeth or 2 gold teeth in the mouth. It's like everybody in Dallas had gold. They didn't have them. We didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about the pull out fronts to my boy Eddie from New York, that's resting in peace. You know what I'm saying? He showed us them. My boy from New York was pulling them gold fronts out. We didn't know nothing about that in Texas. Niggas had gold just in their motherfucking mouth. Funky brat motherfucker, right? So get out there, meet Ann, man. And Ann, you know what I'm saying? I hook up with Ann, man, and you know, we start, you know what I'm saying, making deals and shit. And at first, you know, I was buying the dimes, but you know, it was getting like too small. You know, she was like a small time hustler, but I didn't know. I you know, only had $400. She was a small time hustler. I didn't know. She had them young niggas working for her, but she was just, you know, making a few ends, I guess. I guess she wasn't serious about the hustle. So when my money started getting fatter and shit, I needed bigger weight. So she was connecting me with these guys out there, man. And I'm gonna say Corey and Pettis, and I ain't gonna say what I bought from to put their names out, but I'm just say Corey and Pettis. Hooked me up with Corey and Pettis, and everything was good, man. Everything. But I used to have to wait a lot of time on Corey, man, a lot, man. Oh my God, man. I waited about, you know, because I used to have to give them their money, and they come back with it, you know, and all that sort of shit. But I'm knowing they out there hustling with it. I might be waiting for Corey like a day or two, but Corey always came back with my shit right, fat, and all that old type shit. And all that time I'm waiting down there, I'm waiting at Ann's house. Now, me and Ann never messed around, you know what I'm saying? But I slept in the bed with her once or twice and shit. I wanted to, and I was just too nervous, you know what I'm saying? Because she had too much, you know, you fuck up is you probably murdered up in that motherfucker just going on because it was ugly in Dallas. Niggas was dumping niggas in trunks and all this old type shit. So, you know, never mess with Ann and shit. And she'd always tell me about her brother-in-law named MJ. He had life, he's getting out or whatever, whatnot. Everybody scared of him. He's a killer and all this old shit. I remind him of MJ, and I couldn't wait to meet MJ. He was getting out, but that's no. So we get back to MJ. So Ann hooked me up with Corey and Patterson. That was cool. Dallas was cool, up there and down cool. So I remember, I'm like, well, let's get back to MJ. I remember one time, right? Now I got this machete, right, with this holster on this machete type of thing, right, and it used to, you know what I'm saying, but it, you know, it used to come out of this little thing, right, this little wooden thing, right, and I used to have it under my jacket, right? I be in Dallas, you know, but when I go to Dallas, I turn into a whole different motherfucker. It was calling me Oklahoma, but I would turn into a whole different animal because it was animal behavior out there. I'm talking about projects all boarded up, man. Niggas getting shot. It was just niggas is everybody dark as fuck, you know what I'm saying? With scars on their faces, missing ears. And it was some grimy niggas in Dallas. And Ann had a grimy bunch with a Funky, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Funky? 9. That nigga had 9 fingers. And uh, somebody else was with Ann that was down with Ann. And she had a cool crew, man. And Ann was doing her thing. If anybody remember Ann out there in South Dallas, shout out to Ann. And so after she cooked me up with Corey and Pettis, I kind of stopped messing with Ann and shit because, you know, she, I didn't need to, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't messing with her. I wanted to, but I think her man was in jail or something like that. So I didn't want to cross that nigga, get out and pop me for his female. So I didn't, I wasn't trying to do none of that, but Ann was fine as fuck. She did have a Jerry girl though. And I remember this time she hooked me up with MJ gets out, right? Me and MJ hooks up. And so at one point, you know, when I had that knife in my shit, my little machete thing up in my shit, so we standing out, right? And this nigga pulls up, we outside of the apartments, this nigga pulls up like in a Mazda and shit like that. And he got this leather jacket and pulls up and he gets out with this leather jacket on, black leather jacket on. And as a matter of fact, I had just brought MJ this, he let me borrow his Mac 11. You know what I'm saying? I took it up, you know what I'm saying? Took it and put some work in with that motherfucker, brought it back to him and shit. And so he had took the Mac in the house and shit. And so he come back out and shit. We sitting there talking and shit. And I'm getting ready to leave, get back on the freeway and get back to Oklahoma and shit. This nigga pulls up in his Mazda RX-7. This nigga gets out and shit. And this nigga like, just on me, right? Just, it was MJ partner. He's saying what's up to MJ, but he's flashing on me. But MJ kind of like standing back, and MJ ain't saying nothing and shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga flashing like he know me and shit. I'm like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, you don't know me, but I ain't really going ham on a nigga because I don't know, because MJ's a killer. But MJ, when I'm just describe him, he probably was like, I say about 5'11", maybe 6 feet. Just square looking, you know what I'm saying, kind of reddish looking with some glasses, bald head, just a little quiet, just real serene, looks like a killer, right? But MJ was known killer, so I know he was, this is his demeanor and shit. But anyway, the nigga was woofing on me. MJ was like, you know what I'm saying, I look at MJ like, nigga, what? And MJ gave me that look like, nigga, handle your business, you know what I'm saying? And so, shit, man, I had that thing under my, I poured that motherfucker out, shing. You should have seen the look on that nigga face. Nigga, I tried to cut that nigga in half. Pop! Hit that nigga one time, but it didn't go there. It just hit his jacket. It didn't go. It might have cut his jacket a little bit, right? It fucked his head up more than anything when he seen it come out. And that motherfucker got scared, got in his car. I got on out of there, man. But you know what I'm saying? I was just out there wilding out there in Dallas, man. And they was selling dope in them pool halls out there. I mean, we hit a couple of them pool halls. Well, I did. My cousin, nigga was down there knocking niggas down, nigga. Coming back to Oklahoma with that bag, man. And, man, they knocked us down one time out there. Oh, they gave me the business one time out there. Lit up my motherfucking shit. But, yeah, it was going down there in Dallas. And I remember it was this motherfucking place. I don't know if it was called The Circle. It was called something, right? And I go to Dallas and shit, and I couldn't find Corey, didn't have nothing, Pettis didn't have, so I can find nothing nowhere in Dallas, right? But every night, I think the thing was called The Circle or something. Forgot the name of the place, but everybody know this place got the best dope. It was ran by this motherfucker. I don't want to say his name and shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say his name, get motherfuckers caught up and shit. But it was supposed to be run by this allegedly ran by this high power motherfucker. And he used to own like the cab company and shit. Like this nigga, right? He come through these cabs and shit, dropping off weight, right? In a cab, right? Was it a cab? No, it was a cab or a taxi. It was some of this shit, right? It was going down in Dallas, and niggas was, coming through in tow trucks fixed up. I'm talking about nasty tow trucks fixed up, nigga, dropping off weight. It was going down in Dallas. But anyway, so this place had the best dope in Dallas. Everybody knew it, right? But everybody was scared to go. It was like it's one way. It was like this big ass cul-de-sac apartments. Everybody in Dallas know what that is, right? It was a big ass cul-de-sac of apartments, right? Just one way in, one way out, big ass parking lot, right? And we knew it was dope up in there, right? But everybody was scared to go. Now I was spending like 4,000, 5. I was getting a big 8. I don't know if you know what a big 8 is. Buying 8.5 ounces. It's 8, but it was gonna cost me about 4,500 and shit, right? And it's like 8.5 ounces or something crazy, 4 ounces or something. They call it a big 8. And so I need a big 8, right? So my cousin Nick, crazy ass Nick. If anybody know my cousin, this nigga psycho as fuck. So we in the stealth, right? We riding around. We got this white boy named Brian. He used to be a dope fiend, but he used to be at our little spot. We had a little spot in Ardmore called the Cliff. We used to sell dope out of and shit. Everybody remember the Cliff? You know what I'm saying? Had a little spot called the Cliff. And Brian, the white boy used to come up. His name wasn't Brian. I forgot that motherfucking name. His name was Bob. Mr. Bob Dabalina. Mr. Dabalina, Bob Dabalina. We Mr. Dabalina, Bob Dabalina. Dabalina. He had a little Nissan RX or NX, little hatchback, little race car, little black thing, right? We called it the Stealth because every now and we'll get it, just dives through shit, right? And so we drove the Stealth to Texas. Me, it was my cousin Corey, my cousin Devil, and my cousin Nick. We 4 deep, you know what I'm saying? Everybody strapped up. I had just bought a new 9, and everybody strapped up. I had just bought a new 9, and I gave that to the Devil. I don't know. We all strapped the fuck up, right? And so we get in the car. I don't know who driving. I don't know if I'm driving or Corey driving. I don't know. Maybe I'm driving and Nick on the passenger. I don't know. But we get to, you know what I'm saying, Dallas, and you know what I'm saying, and ain't no dope. And the Nick's like, no, it's dope in the circle. I'm like, nigga, I know it's dope in the, ain't nobody trying to go in the circle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of scared of the circle. So I'm saying it's called a circle. I don't remember if that's really the true name. So Nick said, I'll go in the circle. I'm like, what? Nigga, nah, hell nah. Nigga, I ain't scared to go in the circle. I'm like, nigga, shit. Nigga, I ain't fucking with the circle. Nigga, give me that money. I'll go in the circle, nigga. I ain't scared, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, shit. So you serious, nigga? Yeah, man. Come on, nigga. Nigga, take me, nigga. My cousin Nick, right? This nigga crazy, man. So Miami, this place got all these stories and shit. One, you go in, you'll never return, but it's got the best dope. Ran by this high-powered motherfucker. I don't want to say his name. And so we go to the circle. We pulled in the big-ass cul-de-sac parking lot. We park, and now it's probably about 50 yards away from the entrance. Now, a lot of these apartments, when you go in these apartment complexes in Dallas, you'll see these niggas with these Tech 9s standing in front of these apartments. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get in none of these apartments. You're gonna roll through these niggas with these Tech 9s, shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a doorway or a fucking big ass motherfucking breezeway, you gotta go, whatever the fuck. This nigga standing in front with Tech 9s and shit, right? So we can see this nigga with these guns way on the lot, on you know what I'm saying, in the horizon and shit, right? Because it's kind of like 50 yards away. So we sitting in the car, we're nervous and shit. You know, Nick got his pistol. We make sure all our shit ready. You know what I'm saying? We're like, nigga, go in. If you ain't out in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever we said, we finna come in blazing, nigga. And that's just what it is. If you ain't out, nigga, we coming in finna test some shit up, right? Like, nigga, don't worry about nothing. Don't worry, because, if y'all know another kid, that nigga don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't know where this nigga get this from. This nigga don't give a fuck about nothing, right? So, just get this nigga money and hug him. He like, oh, nigga. And he get out the car, nigga, we crying. Now, I'm telling you, just like tears come about our eyes. I don't know why tears would come out of us. We're scared for this nigga. That nigga walking. He walking. He just walk till we can't see him no more. Get up in there. We don't know what's going on. So he get up in there, right? Seemed like time's ticking so slow. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Looking at my watch and shit. And fuck. So we started, you know what I'm saying, kind of like crying. Everybody teared up, man. Everybody teared up. We getting pistols ready. Click, clack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We getting ready to get, because we know we think we finna die, really. Because that's what war, it should be some PTSD for the street niggas, man. Because, nigga, we just knew we was finna die, man. So we get ready to get out, man. We look out in the horizon because it's starting to get dusk dawn and shit. So Nick come running out. We see this nigga come running. He come running. He jump in the car. This nigga jump in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, drive. Like, what the fuck's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Smile off and shit. Like, what's up, nigga? He said, they took my gun. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you I just bought a new 9. I gave it to that nigga and shit. Like, what? He said, took my gun. Like, what the fuck happened, nigga? What the fuck happened, nigga? Did you drive? You know what I'm saying? Then he goes in his pants. and he pulled out a big ass bag of cookies, nigga. I'm talking about some of the best dope I'd have never seen. You can look at some dope sometimes and tell it's good. You know, it was already rocked up. And we buying ready, right? Oh my God, it looked creamy as fuck, right? I'm like, oh shit. You know, there's a big ass bag. So I knew I got my money's worth. Because, you know, if you've been in the game, you know. And oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And so went home, you know what I'm saying, got, you know what I'm saying, chopped that shit down, you put that shit in the bag. We was selling 50 pops and 100 pops and shit, you know what I'm saying? And chopped that shit down to 50s and 100s, you know what I'm saying? Got our motherfucking money on it, man. My next credit. But that's some Dallas shit, man. That's some Dallas shit. Keith's Bazaar, Big T's Bazaar out there, you know what I'm saying? Getting our gold out there, Keith's and Big T's out there, man. And yeah, man, Dallas, man, was real, man. So shout out to all my niggas in Dallas out there, man. And that's how I got to Dallas, man. That's how I got to Dallas and started messing around in Dallas and shit like that. And I didn't play out there too long and shit, but you know what I'm saying? That's just a small time of my life. And to all the people out there in Dallas that I mentioned, I love you all. You guys made Dallas real for me and shit. And yeah, man, yeah, Dallas, Texas, man. Real gangster business out there, man. Niggas is real grimy out there. Real shit. Yeah, niggas have been out there in Dallas. They know. Yeah. Real shit. Yeah, South Dallas, stand up. Rock beat. I'm out. Yeah, I was editing, and I forgot to add one of the most important parts of the last part about the circle. So I told you when he came out, he said, they took my 9, they took my gun, they took my gun. My nigga said, I'm like, what, they took your gun? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He said when he got up in there, he said when he first walked up, I told you it was a couple of guys standing up in front of the thing with some Tech 9s and shit like that. He said the niggas that was standing in front of the little breezeway where he had to go in at, you know what I'm saying? They frisked him and took his gun, and he had to go in. And he said he went inside. I forgot how he described how it looked inside, but he said he went inside, and so he said, who got them hundreds? So we was gonna buy $4,000 worth of hundreds, or $4,000 or $5,000 for a 500 100 packs, you know. And I think the 100 packs weighed about 4 grams a piece or something, 4 or 5 grams a piece. I don't know, something, I forgot. But anyway, it was the big 8. And but we was gonna buy them all in 100 packs and get these make 100 slabs, fat ass 100 slabs and shit. And so so Nick said he goes in there and he like, who got them 100 packs? Who got them 100 packs? And everybody, you know what I'm saying, a couple of guys, I got him. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Nick picked out the first guy, right? Or the second guy, whatever fuck. So he out counting the dope, you know what I'm saying, checking out his dope that he was finna get from the first guy. And he said the other guy mad because he buying the dope from the first guy, right? Or, you know, however it was. And he said they getting ready when they pulling out guns and shit. And Nick just grabbed this shit and just started running out. Them niggas, I don't know if the niggas started shooting or what. I forgot what my cousin said. I would love to interview my nigga on that, Nick, but I don't think Nick will never interview. But I love to interview him on that part and try to remember what happened. But he said, man, it got ugly in there. He said he grabbed his dope, you know what I'm saying, picked up his dope. Them niggas got into it, and nigga ran out. And that's when we seen him running to the car. The nigga said, go. Yeah. But that's my ending on that motherfucking story about, you know what I'm saying, out there in Dallas, man. Dallas, Texas. Stand up, man. Crazy ass niggas out there. One love.